Are you looking to start a beauty blog? Well, if that's the case, then you've come to the right place because I'm going to be walking you through the entire process from start to finish. And if you follow along, by the end, you'll have your beauty blog live, online, and ready to start publishing. Now, before I show you a live demo of literally building your beauty site from scratch, I just want to walk you through the process so that you have a full understanding of what's involved with getting your blog off the ground and ensuring that it is a success. And before I delve into it, I just want to give a quick intro. Now, you may notice that I have a male voice, and you probably wasn't expecting that when it came to looking for creating a beauty blog. Well, I actually have a blog in the beauty niche. I own it with my wife. Now, here are 3 different examples of websites that I've built, and I want to just show to you that I know what I'm talking about. So these are the site analytics and traffic for 2022 across just 3 of my sites, and I have a portfolio of 10. And as you can see here, I've received over 3.5 million viewers in 2022 alone, and I've obviously got 7 other sites as well. But I just wanted to show you here that I know exactly what I'm talking about, and some of the tips and tricks in this video that's going to follow are going to serve you very, very well. So let's look at the process of building a beauty blog. Well, first and foremost, you need to decide on your niche. So this essentially is an area of focus for your blog. Now, do you want to review products? Do you want to offer tutorials, or do you want to offer recommendations and advice? Now, of course, you could do all 3 of these things, but you also could focus on one particular aspect, or you may want to focus on one and then build out the others in time. Now, when it comes to exact niches, again, you could be more broad and just focus on beauty in general and cover these subtopics, or you could focus narrowly on one. Now, the potential ones that spring to mind are things like skincare, makeup, nails, fashion, or vegan-friendly brands, products, etc. So have a little think about what you want to spend your time writing about. Next, you need a domain. Now, the best domains are short, memorable, and brandable. And it's also a very good idea to include your niche in the domain name. That helps Google and search engines understand what your website's about, as well as visitors as well. When they find you in the search engines, they will know exactly what you offer. Now, a .com domain is preferable because it is a global extension and it's the most familiar with website visitors. But there are other options as well. So .net is an example. .io is a recent one, but you get the idea. But .com is the one I'd recommend if it is available. And the best domain names enable you to expand out, so they don't kind of keep you too narrowed. So that's where a beauty domain in general might be better, because then you could cover all of the different aspects of beauty rather than honing in on one niche. So that is an example. But if you do want to focus on one particular sub-niche, then I've put some example domains just to give you some ideas as to what you could use. Now, consider these may not be available. They're just examples of the kind of things to consider and just to help you brainstorm. So we've got skincarecentral.com, makeupmummy.com, nailstipsandtricks.com, fashionschool.com, or veganfriendlyskincare.com. Or for a more general one, you could have something like beauty101.com. Now, hosting. Now, this is so crucial, and this will have such a big impact on your results. Hosting is responsible for serving your website to visitors, and it has a huge role on your website speed and ensuring that you pass what are known as core web vitals, which is a ranking factor by Google. Hosting ensures that your site is always live and minimizing downtime. So that's when you go to a website and it's not available. And that is one of the worst things for your website in terms of ranking and also getting visitors to return. And hosting has a massive role on website experience and performance. Now, my recommended hosting, and it's the hosting that I use, and as I'll show you in the next slide, is wpx.net. And if you click the link in the description below, it will take you over there to kind of sign up, but I will be going through that in the live demo as well of how to build this all out and how to set it up. But wpx.net is my recommended hosting. It's slightly more expensive than the other cheaper hosts. Now, if you've watched any of these other videos before, you'll notice they often recommend the same hosting provider. I'm not going to name them. It's very, very cheap per month. I actually set up all my sites on these cheaper hosting providers and none of my websites took off. I had so many issues with them. I spent most of my time fixing them myself, having to learn code and all these other complicated issues. And it took days for things to be corrected. And one of my sites actually never really ranked in Google because it kept going down. So WPX, I moved all my websites to WPX, and these are some of the benefits of them. I'll just quickly run through them, but we'll see this when we set up our beauty website in a moment. You get access to a CDN called WPX Cloud, and that basically makes sure that your website is served as fast as possible, no matter where your website visitors are coming from in the world. You get free SSL certificates and DDoS protection, which essentially protects you from anyone who tries to attack your website or take it down. You get 24/7 instant live chat technical support. So if you have any questions, any issues, you can get your answer. You can get your question answered within seconds. It's really, really good. I use this all the time, and it's one of the best things about it. The cheaper hosting providers, you'll be submitting tickets and you'll be waiting days to get them resolved. And as we all know, we don't have time for that. You can create multiple sites on each hosting plan. So if you don't just have to have a beauty blog, you can have various other blogs as well. Or you could set up several beauty blogs under the same plan. So it's really, really cost effective for that. If any malware is detected on your site, it will be removed for you. You won't have to do anything. It will be done automatically. Also a massive benefit. If your site goes down, it will be fixed as well automatically. Your website will be backed up and you can restore it if you ever were in need to revert it. So if you added a plugin, for example, and it crashed your website, you can get your website backed up. You can restore your website to a working version and you can get that done straight away. So you can get your site back up live and ready to be serving your customers or website visitors. And also, WPX is used by some of the most successful online bloggers. So that says a lot about it. It's why I signed up to it and why I can kind of be a lot more confident. It's not just me who is recommending it. Now here is a quick screenshot of my WPX dashboard, and you can see all of my various websites in my portfolio in here. I've taken them out just to protect them. I don't want to kind of increase my competition, but here I just wanted to prove to you that I am actually using it, and we'll be walking through WPX shortly. Now quickly on the theme, your theme is so important. It defines the layout of your site. It has a huge impact on your branding. It plays a role in your page speed as well and how your users will navigate your site. And it also has an impact on your SEO and ranking in the search engines, which is crucial to getting visitors to your website. Now the recommended themes, the one I use is GeneratePress. Again, there'll be a link in the description below. There's a free version of it and a paid version. I use the paid version because you also get access to a site library, which is basically done for you and pre-built sites. And I'll be showing you one shortly, which is the one I'd recommend for a beauty blog. But GeneratePress is lightweight, it's fast, it's fully customizable, it's user-friendly, it's great for SEO, and it's very, very responsive as well. But here is Avery. So this is the exact layout I would recommend for a beauty log, and you can get this instantly, and I'll be showing you how to do that shortly. But this is the one I recommend. As you can see, it looks fantastic, and you can just update it to your own branding. It's great for any beauty themed blog. Then comes building out your blog. So you need to build all your key pages, your contact us, your about us, your privacy policy, all those core pages. You need to add your logo and your branding. You need to customize your colors, your menus, and you need to add categories. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than this, but I just wanted to show you how the kind of core aspects of building out your blog. And of course, publishing content is the name of the game. Again, there's a lot more to it than just this, but here are some quick tips. You want to focus on niche related topics. So if you decide to go for the skincare beauty niche, make sure you write a lot of topics on different aspects of skincare. You want to opt for low competition keywords so that you rank at the top of Google and other search engines and actually get the traffic that you are looking for. And you do want to commit to a regular publishing frequency. It has no SEO benefit, but the reason why you want to do this is to make sure that you work on your site and it has all the content it needs to ensure you get the visitors you are looking for. So let's go over to the live demo. Let's actually build a beauty blog from scratch. So once you click the link in the description, it's going to take you over to WPX and you're going to be greeted with this screen here. So all you need to do is click View Plans and it's going to show you this screen. Now, there is the ability to pay for your plan on a monthly basis or a yearly basis. Now, if you opt for yearly, you're going to get some savings, particularly 2 months of hosting free. So I would really recommend that, particularly if you're serious about your beauty blog. Otherwise, you can pay for it monthly, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video here today. Also, you've got different plans and options available. We're going to go for the business, and that should suffice if you're looking to just build a beauty blog. In fact, you can have up to 5 websites, so you could actually create another 4 more if you wanted, and you get so much here that's more than enough to support these 5 websites and really make sure they're really good performance. But if you did want to build a portfolio, then that's where you'd opt for one of these, and you can upgrade at any time. So let's move ahead with the business plan. That's what I would recommend. Now, at this point, you have the ability to connect a domain if you already own it, or you can register a new one. So what I did here is we're going to register a new domain. That's, if you're on this video, chances are you are going to need to do that as well. So click the second tab and then search for your domain name. So I'm putting in the name of my YouTube channel here. That's what we're going to build. But this is where you would enter things like skincarecentral.com as an example, or the various other ones that you may have in mind. Now, you might need to run a few different searches here. Your domain may not be available, and you may need to use a different extension. I would recommend .com, as I've been saying throughout this video, because that's going to give you the most benefit in terms of SEO and just website traffic and visitors understanding you. But you could use any of these other as well, and it may be that you get a domain name that you want with a different extension, so do bear that in mind. But once you've chosen it, click search, or once you've entered it I should say, and it will say whether it's available or not. And as you can just see here, this pop-up, this is why I love WPX. Hi, can I help you set things up? So I could talk to Daniel straight away, the support agent, and we could get him to help us build your website, get everything set up from a technical perspective, and they'll do it for you. That's absolutely brilliant. You don't get that with many hosts. So I just thought I'd mention that because that's just popped up, and that will happen when you head over to WPX as well. So if you wanted to do that, you could always do that. But I'm going to show you how to do it myself, so I've just minimized that. So we've got this selected. I'm going to press continue. And at this stage, all you need to do is select your hosting location. Now, it doesn't actually matter that much, but what I tend to do is pick the one where you're looking to get the most of your audience from. So for the most part, I would select USA, as you're more likely to get US traffic. The only exception would be if you're looking to target visitors in different locations, such as Europe or Australia. But as I say, for the most part, just select USA. You can change this, and one of the benefits of WPX is it will alternate between the data centers depending on where your traffic's coming from anyway. So it's actually not that important. So at this point, I'm actually going to just quickly sign up, and I'm going to obviously blank my screen. Actually, I'm going to stop recording the video, and then we'll come back once I've done this just to protect my financial information. So I hit checkout, and as you can see, it's taken us to this screen saying that I have an unpaid invoice. So all we need to do basically is pay for that invoice, and that will activate our plan. Now, what you need to do to pay for your invoice is just head over to your email, the one that you used during sign up, and you will notice that you'll have an invoice that's been created, and it will come directly from WPX. The first email will just talk about the order, what you're looking to, what you've put through, and the second one will be the invoice itself. And all you need to do is, if you follow the link, you can pay the invoice directly in WPX. So we'll click that, and you'll see it takes us to this screen here. Now you'll see the status is unpaid, and you basically just click on the invoice, and it's going to show you the invoice, exactly what you've got. Now at this point, you just pay via the payment option, credit card or PayPal. I'm going to do PayPal. I'm just going to pause this video while I do that. Once paid, you will also receive an email from WPX mentioning that you've paid your invoice. You can check in your client area all the invoices that you've had and what have been paid. But if we go back to our client area, so by the way, to sign into your client area, you use the email address that you provided during sign up. You can always access your hosting account from there. You need to wait for the status to become active, and you will get another email from WPX when you're ready to start building a website. It happens within minutes. It's literally 2 minutes since we signed up. So we'll get the first email saying that your account has been activated. and you'll get a second one mentioning that your domain has been registered. So you now own that domain and you're ready to get started. So you head back into the client area and you can see it's active and we can manage our service. So we can start building our website. Now, if you hover over My Services at the top and click WordPress Hosting, then click Manage Service. Now, what we need to do is click Manage Websites and you'll see our domain name listed. Next, you need to click Manage WP. Again, if you've got any questions at any point, you can always talk to support and they will walk you through it or do it for you as well, which is also fantastic. So we need to wait for this to load. It takes a couple of minutes usually. And then it will come up with this message. So it seems you don't have any existing WordPress installation under this domain. You can go ahead and install WordPress by clicking on the link below. So literally click this. And at this point, you just want to enter the following information. So using database, leave that as is. Your admin email will be the email address that you want associated with your WordPress installation. So I'd like to do this as the email that I signed up with WPX. Your username, then that's what you're going to use to log into your website. So you want to do this as something quite memorable, and you may even want to do it as something a little bit obscure so that nobody can kind of try and log into your website. So I'm actually going to blur this when it comes to showing this part. Yeah, I've just added an admin username. This is the password to get into your website. Obviously needs to be very memorable, and that, yeah, you need this to be, you don't want to forget this because it will essentially mean you get locked out of your website. And as you can see here, for some reason mine don't match. I must have put those in wrong. So let me just try doing that again. So there we go, they've matched, or you could generate one as well. Now you have a couple of options. You can install this Total Cache plugin for best performance. We might as well. And then all you need to do is click Install WordPress. And again, you'll get this little loading icon. And you essentially are waiting for WPX to build your website. And it's from here that we can start logging in to the back end of our website and start building it out. So we're actually nearing the end of the demo, which is fantastic. Now, once that process finishes, you will be greeted with this message. And it basically says that WordPress has been installed on your domain and your entire hosting plan has been set up. So just close this off. Now we're ready to log in to our WordPress website. So to do that, you just click on the domain name and it's going to open in a new tab and it's going to actually take you to your website that we've just created. And as you'll see here, it's completely blank and it's just got the default theme on here. So what we just need to do is if we put -wp admin, so you can see this here is what I've put in here, and press enter. We then need to enter the login credentials that we set up during our installation. So I'm just going to enter those now. And this has logged us into the back end of our new website. So it is from here that we will customize our website and we'll build it out. And that is where essentially we're going to do all our customizations, add our content, etc. The final thing we need to do in WPX itself is, as you can see here, the SSL hasn't been set up. So we are not on the secure version of the website. You might have noticed that at the top. So to do that, just simply log back into WPX, into your admin area, and where we went to manage websites before, we just need to click on this SSL and click Install Free Certificate. Click Install and press Yes. And you'll get this notification in the top right when it's been installed, and you'll also see the padlock next to the website. And if we go back to our website, and I'm going to hit refresh, now one thing we need to do to confirm the SSL is I'm going to press add new to the plugins in the plugin section, and I'm going to add a plugin called Really Simple SSL. We're going to install this and we're going to activate it. And here, let's just press activate SSL. And what it will do is it will ask you to log in again, because it kicks you out to make sure that you're logging into the new SSL secure version. So here you just want to run through these remaining tasks. This one we want to click fix, and we want to do select 301 HDA access redirect, hit save and continue. Settings saved. Now if we visit our website, so that should be set up. If I can spell it correctly, I'll put our domain in the top and you'll notice the padlock. So we are on the secure version of our website. Here you just want to run through these remaining tasks. This one we want to click fix, and we want to do select 301 HDA access redirect, hit save and continue. Settings saved. Now if we visit our website, so that should be set up. If I can spell it correctly, I'll put our domain in the top and you'll notice the padlock. So we are on the secure version of our website. So this is the start of our beauty website. Now, there's plenty of other tutorials online about how you can build out your website, but I'm going to quickly just run you through the main sections. So we talked about themes earlier. To install a new theme, and I recommend Generate Press, you click Appearance and then Theme. There are a couple of basic themes installed by default and one is already active. But all you need to do here is click on Add New, and then we want to, I think it's listed on here somewhere, Generate Press, there it is. But you can also search it at the top. But we are going to install it and activate it. Now if we go to our site, you should see that it is now activated. Now from here, it's a matter of going through your website and customizing it to meet your needs. So if you click on the customize button here, I'll just show you that again if you didn't see. Under appearance, there's a customize option. And you just run through these different elements here. So this is where you would essentially build out your different elements. So if it was your kind of, let's say we were going with Skincare Central, that we could put that as our site title as an example. We could add a tagline, a site all about skincare. You could add your company logo and that would appear up the top. We don't want to hide that, we want that to appear. So you run through all these different options, the different layouts, the container, whether you want boxes, well, this is a grey obviously, and you can use things like change the navigation, whether you want it on the right, in the middle, so you can really customize it to meet all of your needs. You can change the sidebar widgets, etc. You can also change all your colors, your typography, so the fonts that your theme uses, and there's also an area to change some of the settings as well, and all of the widgets. If you want widgets at the bottom, at the right, or at the bottom, you can change that there. So that's a quick version of the customizer. I'm not going to save that for now. If you wanted to add plugins, you do so from the plugin section. So these add extra functionality to your website. So if I click on installed plugins, you can see everything that's active. Add new shows you the list of all the options, and there's going to be various ones you may want to install. Ones like an SEO plugin like Yoast or Rank Math to help you optimize your content, and there's also loads of others you may want as well. But that's not the purpose of this video. This is about starting your website. You can explore this later. To add content, it's under the posts section. So by default, we don't have any in here. Actually, we've got a hello world, which is just an example post. To add a new post, or some content, you just click add new. You then go ahead and it's going to give you this tutorial, and it's just going to explain how it all works. So just go through that in your own time. This is where you add your title, and this is where you add your content. You can add a featured image at the side, you can add it to a category, you can change the author, and you can change all of your metadata to the right hand side. If you use a SEO plugin, that's when you'll start adding SEO keywords and things like that, and that's what I'd recommend doing as you go forward on your beauty blog. Now, the last thing I just want to mention is if you do opt for a paid theme like Generate Press as an example, if we click Appearance and Generate Press, you can purchase the ability to use all of the different options in the site library, like Avery mentioned at the start of this video. So if I just show you Generate Press site library, and we click on this. So this is paid. You don't get this for free. The pricing, I'll drop a link in the description below if you did want it. But I'm just going to show you what Avery looks like. So you could essentially have this, you can install this onto your website and you can have this set up instantly. You then just need to go ahead and change the various elements. But as you can see, we've got the navigation at the top. We've got some social media links here. You can change this to your logo or change this to the name of your website. We've got the different categories and links here. We've got a pop-up box to add to get the email addresses of your visitors, and you've got a section here about latest articles. And you've got the featured image, and then this is what it kind of looks like. You've got side-by-side image, an area for quotes. So this obviously looks absolutely fantastic and is brilliant for a beauty blog, which is why I recommend getting Generate Press, getting the site library, and actually using this theme by default. It just looks absolutely fantastic, and it's got various different design elements, and you can use it right from the box out of the box without having to build it from scratch. And I think that's a yearly fee. It's just under, or just it's around $30 per year. But I just thought I'd mention that. Ultimately, this is how you start a beauty blog. I hope this video was useful. If it was, please do hit the like button. That tells me I should continue recording videos like this. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're building a blog, building a website, and you want to take it to the next level. There's going to be lots of content on how you can do so. So with all that said, I hope you have an excellent day.